Hey, this is Jim. Welcome to my shop. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Today's video we're going to be building the shaft for the tire buffing machine and conversion. I'm doing it kind of splitting it up between some of it in slop and some of it. It's the kind of year right now I haven't got a lot going on. Between the holidays and whatnot, I'm really not got a lot of video going on, so I'm kind of having to divide this stuff up a little bit. So the slop, the pieces you see in the slop's small projects that wouldn't make a video, is something that's going to make about a 15-minute video I'm putting into a separate video. And I'm not really numbering this, I'm just kind of making it as what I am and I'll have on time to do. So with no further ado, let's get around that television, big screen, prop your feet up, get your cold beverage, gather the crew around. Let's sit back and watch this video. And at the end of the video, I'll come back and tell you bye. So have a great day and hope you enjoyed the video. Okay, we're going to set this up. Face this off. This is the shaft that's going to be turned and everything's going to be supported on. Now I haven't decided the bushings yet. But what I have decided to do is I'm going to face this thing off and then we're going to turn this down to a 1/2 inch and we're going to thread it on this end. The plate that I'm going to eventually use for the wheels is going to be threaded on it in a nut instead of trying to lock it any other way. Again, we're not going to be turning this a lot of RPM. So I'm going to just basically cut it down to a quick 1/2 inch, a little over a half or whatnot, just a little under. We will run a die up it and we'll thread it. So I don't know what this material here is. It is a piece of coal, looks like a piece of coal roll. It may be a piece of ground that I had. If the finish, even though it's set outside, I polished it up. And it polished up pretty darn good. So we're just going to turn this down more or less to a 1/2 inch. I'll bring you back. All right, I'm going to show you a pass right here right quick. I found by slowing it down, I'm getting a little better chip control. So and I got a good ways to go to get down to a 1/2 inch, but the plan of using a 1/2 inch is simple. It just makes this a lot easier to work with. As long as this stuff's together, again, we're not going to be putting pressure, lots and lots of pressure on it. So I'm going to bring it back and I'm going to check the size, start getting closer. Alright, I always shoot, since I'm going to use a die, I always shoot to be a hair bit smaller than size. This should be the last pass. It should get me about 5 to 6 thousandths under a half, which will work good for using a die to thread this. And because I'm not going to single point it. I could set up and do a lot of single point, but my philosophy is, if I've got a die to cut it, why do I need to do it? It's just so much simpler. I mean, most of the stuff I do, and then two threading up to this would be a bear, any way you want to slice it. So I'm actually just a little bit big. I'm wanting a little, so I'm actually alright. So I'm about 570. So I need to be, that's actually, that should do it. I'm trying to take a pretty good size cut too to get this at one shot. Because again, I'm not trying to hit a really precise number. One thing I found doing steels in this grizzly, I tend to put a feed in and not move it around a lot. So I'll tend to play at my speeds to get chip break. I've got a feed that I'm comfortable with, so I can move it around, probably increasing the feed. But I also found you need a lot more torque, so sometimes you want to go with a lot less RPM to gain that torque to be able to cut some material with. Okay, we still like about 15 thousandths just to get to zero, just to get the half inch, and I want to be about. The one thing I always say I don't particularly care for these Asian lathes is that the readouts are not always direct. So that right there will be 20, so that should be about 500. Miss back off the check. Now I can always adjust it. I'm shooting for about 5 under. Nope, I need about 10 more thou. There. I want to be about 5 under on this, by the way. And the only reason I'm using calipers instead of set of mics is just quick. And again, this doesn't have to be, you know, if I'm a thou or two off, there you go. I'm about 3 under. I'm going to go just a smidgen more. Because I like that. The dies tend to cut just a little better if it's a bit under. I'm going to leave it right there and check it. I think that's going to give me what I want. And that'll let the die cut better. And that's important. You're using a die like it. It'll cut a lot better. Alright, let me double check everything, make sure I'm where I want to be. And oh yeah, that's good. I'm about 10 under, which is good for cutting the die. Let me change some tools. I'll be right. I'll make me a lead in right here for the die. That'll give me a good lead in. Now I'm just going to throw my cutoff tool in there, and we're going to go back there and cut us a little cut of relief for the threads in the back. So we'll just go back here, and I'm just going to use the cutoff tool to face it too, just a smidge, and cut the radius out that way, and we'll have a nice, I'll go in, I'll set a 0 once I get there. Nice little relief down in there. Alright, let me go get my stuff together to thread this in, and we'll have this end threaded, and then all we got to do is work on the other end. Right, we have started the threads. I'm using the jog feature on the Grizzly, by the way, so I can control it by watching it and let off of it. There we go. See, that's going to be good there. See, the plan here is I'm going to make the next fixture and we're going to thread it 1/2 inch threads. So when the plate that the wheel mounts on will thread up to this, and then it'll tighten up. Then we can tighten the nut up. Instead of putting keyways, this is easier. All right, let me deburr this, and this side's done. Okay, now we're going to center this. All we're going to do is we're going to drill us a 1/2 inch hole, and so that shaft hopefully will fit right up in there. If it doesn't, we'll have to get a bar and try to bore it. It's got to be 1 inch deep, so we'll go a little deeper than 1 inch. We want full engagement. I'm going to slow down a little bit to drill this hole. Since this is not going to be a precise hole, what this is going to give me is a really good place to mount this motor. I may have to hunt a reamer or a mooring bar. The shaft's 1 inch long, so I'm going to go a little deeper than 1 inch. I want that shaft to be completely up inside of this. Should be deep enough. Alright, let's go get the motor and see how close it's going to fit. The motor, you'll see it just slide. That's why I wanted. We're going to put set screws in this, and this set screws is what this is going to be driven off of. We'll probably have to grind some flats into this too. Guys, that right there is the shaft assembly that we finished for the shaft assembly. I got to plug in, excuse me, the right one. Here I've got some cords I got to pick up in a minute. There's that. So now we got to do is build the bushings and the plates and the mounts, and we're done. Okay, I hope you enjoyed today's video, machine work on the shaft. I hope you understood in the opening what my plan is. So this is a copyrighted production of James Dedman Sawlogs Plastic Hubs, and for your entertainment, enjoyment, and some viewing pleasure here on YouTube. I'm going to today, or well, the next big project is we just about got to the 1K, and I need to start building the subscriber gift. I've kind of put it off. It's a good winter project, so I'm going to there'll be a video series on the gift, and then we'll do the gift, provided we've got the extra 2 to 3 people we need. We're just about there. So if you're stopped by today and so inclined, how about signing up to get us over the hump? The promise that I've made to my subscribers is I'm not going to go for monetization at 1K. We're going to wait a while and see what happens with the channel and how much more we grow before it gets to the point I have to make that decision. Quite frankly, I would need to be, in my personal opinion, I would need to be about 5 or 6K or so before I even begin to consider bugging everybody with commercials. Because the rate of return on the advertising income is just not quite enough to justify making you suffer. So don't be alarmed if you're one of my subscribers and start to expect ads thrown on my channel just as soon as the 1K there. I'm going to assure you we're going to wait a while, and if I get to the point that I feel like I want to go monetized, I will announce it in the video and everybody can have a heads up to see it. Ads won't just show up one day and you not know about it. I'll tell you, I'll probably do it weeks ahead of time, just because I feel like you as my viewers deserve that. All right, after all that's being said, comments are always welcome. I'm always glad and happy to respond to my comments. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and we will see you in that very next video. So you just take care of yourself and have a happy holiday season, and we will see you in that next video. Thank you so much for viewing. Goodbye.